Hey, what's going on, everybody? I know it's been a little bit since I made a video, but what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about fighting forces and what that was all about, and it was goodness. We're going to talk about some back issues that I picked up, that whole stack right there, bam. And we're also going to pick up. We're also going to talk about some things that I'm selling on an auction. So if you want to participate in that, I'll give you all the deets on that, and we'll do a quick preview of just a few of the 200 items that will be in there. Yeah, that much. All that and more. What's going on, you wonderful weirdos? Long time no see. Just didn't have a video to do last week. I didn't have any new comic books. I was scared I might be running a little bit of a fever. That was about it. The only thing I really did last week was go hang out with Spectacular Spider Grandpa. Here's to you, buddy. Good to see you. As you know, we've been doing a lot of stuff over at Blaster or Stash It, both just kind of little virtual Comic Con we've been doing, where we've been only inviting local artists, local writers, and stuff like that. So check that out at Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, we've changed our regular show to Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to be, I think we just got finished doing wrestling, and we got 2 copyright hits. Like, YouTube, you kind of need to settle down. It's within 30 seconds. I mean, fair use is fair use. But regardless, whatever the case may be, let's have some awkward sips of coffee and let's talk comic books real quick. Awkward sips of coffee always make it better. So, the only really new thing that I picked up this week was Fighting Forces. And oh my god, this was good. This was one of those books that was so good that I don't want to tell you too much about it because I may ruin it. Definitely check out your local Walmart to see if they have it. Also, why is Walmart able to get comic books but comic book stores can't? Somebody actually asked me this question because they use different distributors. Walmart actually owns its own distributors through independent contracted, meaning Walmart hires small businesses to make sure that distribution for stuff like this doesn't stop. Whereas Diamond just, they're just going to take a loss at the end of the year and hope that the government pays them back. Ooh. Well, DC's going to be combating that. Apparently, they're going to be contracting some other distributors to kind of do a limited run of comic books going out to the comic book shops. The problem is the books that they're shipping out, I don't know, man. They just don't seem that good. What do you think about this particular situation? Remember when comic books used to be in things like Teeny Giant, 7-Elevens, comic book stores? They existed back then, too. Remember when that happened? That was because distributors used their own distribution systems and they were able to get it out more. The reason why I got turned down or shut down at some point was, well, simply it's just economically not viable for the comic book industry to maintain several distribution centers. Well, things change and often reoccurrences come back. It may be something I hope they look at in the near future. But wow, that's a lot of business going out there. So definitely tell me what you think about that. Is it better that Diamond is the only distribution system, or should they have multiple, or should they at least have their own to some degree? I'm curious what you think about that. I've been pondering this a lot, and I'm trying not to go off on it. It's one of those weird things that I think about. So what back issues did I pick up this weekend? Well, luckily, my comic book shop, Zeno's Comics in Chesapeake, Virginia, was open, and very rarely do I get the opportunity to actually dig through his log bins to see what's in there. So I picked up a couple of comic books. I have some like hinky evaluations on it. I'm not sure. I think they might be tainted a little bit. So I'm not going to get too much into that, but I did pick up at least one valuable comic book, so that was pretty cool. All right, first right up off the bat, I saw, and I should preface it this. So I didn't have my app with me on my cell phone because my cell phone was being repaired. And while we were waiting for my cell phone to be repaired, I kind of talked my wife into stop by the comic book shop. I was like, hey, we're waiting for it. Can't do nothing else. Let's stroll through the comic book shop. As long as there's, no more than 10 people in there, we should be okay. And she actually said, yeah. And she actually started digging through comic book bins too. And she was like, what's this book? 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 And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's good. And I think I picked up like 2 of them just so she wouldn't think that, she was wasting my time or anything. Because I love my wife. Right? I kind of want to keep her around. She says nice things to me and does good things to me. So I want to keep her around. So I was like, oh, yeah, that's such a valuable book. So a couple of these are that. Okay, just know that a couple of these are that. All right, first, right up off the bat, We got Master of Kung Fu number 22. Again, I didn't have my app on me. I thought this was something else, but turns to find out this is still a valuable book. It's just not a key book of any type out there, but still, look at that cover. And I mean, this thing is clean, so clean. It is so nice looking. It's great. Next, this is a book, and I think it was. I want to give a big shout out to Metarog out there. When I did my villains contest, he actually pulled a character. I believe it was through volume 2 of this particular character. And I saw the issue 1 and I saw it and I was like, oh, okay, kind of sort of remember this from Metarog's channel. And that's E-Man number 1. I know the number 2 he showed was from a different publisher, but I just couldn't get it out of my head. It was such a great contest entry. It really was. So I went ahead and picked this up. I'll be reading this. It's E-Man number 1. Don't know much about the character. I'm kind of digging this whole space vibe he's got going on. So definitely want to check out some more of that. We'll give it a read. We'll see where it goes. If I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't, it'll end up in an auction, which we'll talk about later. All right. The Defenders. This one's actually interesting. This is number 21. This is a semi-valuable book. This is the Black Rain book. I think it's this villain, he does something with the rain, and as it falls on everybody, it makes everybody evil and mad, and they want to attack. So that was pretty cool. Let's see here. Defenders issue number 29. This is the second appearance of Starhawk. Average price range between $2 and $10 depending on the condition. I think I spent $2 on it. So, and I mean the conditions slightly higher than mid-grade, surprisingly, for the book in its age. And I am sorry about that glare. I don't know what's going on. So as you can see, I mean, I don't even have any hard spine ticks. No dog tails. All the pages is complete. I was surprised to be able to see it for that. So definitely pop that into there. All right, so what I picked up next is some of the old classics you always resort to when you're looking for value inside of comic books. Know that right now. The first one is World's Finest, number 222. This is the famous doubled issue. Yeah, they got their twins, their doppelgangers, if you will, and looks like somebody's got to die for Law and Order. It's a total twist, but still just a great story. Super happy to have that one in my collection. Next is, oh yeah, World's Finest. I bought this. I try not to buy cover buys. I really try not to do cover buys, but I did a cover buy. And it's World's Finest number 186. I just love this cover. I live, I don't know, maybe 20, 25 minutes away from Williamsburg where they got the stockades and all that stuff. I don't know. It's a weird thing. But again, surprised at the condition of this book for its age. Super clean, super nice, very white pages, very still popping in color. Good stuff. All right, I'm not going to say why I bought this one, but it's a rough one. I think I spent like 50 cents on it. All right, it's another World's Finest. My wife saw me picking up World's Finest, and she thought maybe this comic book was a little older. I think this is from volume 2. Correct me down below, but it's World's Famous number 208. Apparently she didn't know what the number was and thought that it was just as old as one of these because it said World's Finest on it. My wife does not collect comics. She's a pop collector. All right, just relax. Okay. I couldn't find anything about this book. I think it's just a generic story. Something about Robot Man and the Ghost Patrol. I don't know. I'll have to do a little more research on it. Maybe she just got lucky. Need that awkward sip of coffee now. Okay, and of course, next I picked up Adventure Comics. The first one I picked up was number 342. This is the first appearance. That's not 342. This is 342. 342. This is the first appearance of a character named Timberwolf. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Plus, with the Kryptonite thing going on, this is actually kind of a cool book. I think I have this book already, but I wasn't sure, so I went ahead and picked it up. Next is, I believe this one. Yeah, number 342. This was an accidental pickup. I thought it was something else, actually. I'm not sure if there's anything popular about this book, but Adventure Comics number 342. If you know what this book is, I'm having a hard time locating. Well, I mean, not having a hard time to locate it. But if you know anything special about this book that I'm missing out on, please let me know. Because it seems like it's, and this is in rough condition, like I'm not even going to lie. All right, next, last but not least of the hauls, the super home run hitter of the day. Adventure Comics number 346. For my older comic book collectors out there, this should look very familiar. This is the Legends of the League of Heroes, or Legion of Heroes. Legion of Heroes issue. This is the first appearance of Inferno, Karate Kid, Princess Projecta. It's also your two villains in this. Warlord Garlak and the Nemesis Kid. So right there. And I got this for $3. Yes. Sitting in the back of the bin. Even when I pulled it out, the guy was like, oh, you got that. Okay. So yeah, nice little 12-cent issue there. So yeah, that's my haul for the week, I should say, or at least what I could get my hands on. Right now, to get my comic book fix, it looks like I might be sponsoring some Indiegogos. So if there's any Indiegogos out there, or any charitable format like that, because I kind of need some modern comic books, put the link down below. You can share that stuff here, and if you're watching this and you're looking for comic books, take a quick peek below. See if anybody's putting anything down there. Definitely let us know on Instagram, anywhere else. I'm always looking for some local comic book writers, artists, whatever the case may be. They don't have to be local to me. They can be local to you. Definitely let me know in the comments below. Now, so I'm putting together another one of my world. By the way, all you that have supported my auctions that I have over at the People's Auction House, thank you. Like, seriously, I hope you are very satisfied with the comic books that you got, the price that you paid for them, and the way that they were shipped to you. If not, you can always comment below, shoot me a message on Instagram, and we will make it right. But just wanted to put out there that we are putting another one together. It looks like Spectacular Spider-Man Grandpa kind of jumped on this one as well as my wife. She wanted to put some pops in it. She's kind of downsizing so she can add some things to her collection. So kind of mixing that up a little bit for you out there. So we'll have various types of comic books and pops out there. Just to give you an example, some things I've already loaded up in there. Some of these comic books are kind of valuable. The reason why we have this is sometimes I'll get entire estate sales, and I'll go through there and pick the things that I really want. And then the things that I don't want, I just kind of convert them over to an auction house. And that money kind of funds my Comic-Con and other books and stuff that I want. Also, whenever we go to Comic-Cons and we say we're going to buy you a beer, that's also where that money comes from, to get you beers and stuff like that. All right, so just a couple of books that I'm putting in there, and I want you to pay particular attention. I'm not going to tell you why these books are hot, but I'll tell you right now, if you go to Key Collector app, you'll find all these on there. Or at least this section right here, you'll find them on there. Definitely. All right, Defenders 59. Yeah. Defenders 29. Incredible Hulk number 164. Okay, so yeah, I did throw this one in there because I got like 8 copies of it. All right, it's Eternals number 1, volume 2. I know, but all right, Excalibur number 1. Terry Planet for some of my obscure collectors out there, number 1. Alf, number 1. I've been finding this book a lot lately, but I can't find the famous Seal book. Figure that one out. Spider-Man 2099, issue 2. There's a reason why I put issue 2 in here. Definitely do your homework and your research, and you'll know why 2's in here. Premiere issue of Cloak and Dagger, number 1. I know this was a hot book for a while because the show was coming out, and the show just is really not that good. I mean, it's okay, but I'm not going to say it's like, oh my god, Cloak and Dagger's coming on. I don't think anybody's doing that. But regardless, the comic book is still pretty solid. Let's see here. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, number 1. The kind of turquoise? Is that turquoise? It's kind of like a bluish green. Is that turquoise? I don't know. Please let me know down below. I hate not knowing things. Anyway. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 1. Boom. Yes, it's the one with all the weird looking characters, not the movie characters. Venom, number 1. Yeah. X-Men, number 1. Wraparound cover. Just for you. Son of Satan has been getting a lot of talk lately, so I went ahead and threw issue 2 in there as well. There's first origin story in there. For some of my older collectors, you got Treasure Chest. Older comic book collectors, not you being older. I should clarify that. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. All right, Flash, number 5. First Is it Yellow Flash or Reverse Flash? Reverse Flash. It's one of the Flash. Demon, Speed Demon. That's it. First appearance. Let's see here. Captain America, number 357. This is the controversial drug issue. Yes. Drugs. Oh, so bad. So you should just say no. Awkward sip of coffee. Okay. This is Superman number 398. Good luck finding that in the dollar bin. Let's see what else we got. Action Comics number 513. Again, if you're writing these down, you can find all these on Key Collector app. And again, I don't want to taint the auction, but you can do your homework on these. Check out the evaluation. That way you'll know how much to spend. That's the only reason why I'm doing this right now. Okay. Oh, yeah, I threw an older one in here, too. This is Action Comics. Oh, I covered it up. Action Comics. I guess I should tell you. Really should have done my... Yeah. 458. There's the first appearance in here. Here comes a really cool one, and this is my prediction that this will probably get the highest bids on there. Again, if you've seen my auction site, yeah, I don't think you've seen anything go over $25. So, like, legitimately, spend what you want on here. But I think this is going to be my top shelf pick for the auction, and this is Action Comics number 432, especially for a lot of my older comic book collectors out there. This is a very, very, very key issue. So hopefully you pick that up. All right, and that's just some of the comic books that are going to be in this next auction. Hey, when we do another video, I'll probably show you a few more. So definitely hit that notification bell because right before the auction launches, I'll probably do a few more of these where I just kind of show you what's in there to see if anything interests you in there. Yeah, you got to register. The website is safe and secure. They do provide shipping, but please keep your invoice sheet and a driver's license. They want to make sure that the person that bids on it is the person that gets it. It might seem a little tedious. It's not as easy as eBay and other places, but we really do worry that we want to make sure people get their comic books. So definitely check that out. I think you'll have fun. So what's going on in the comic book world besides the DC and distribution thing, which, by the way, I really want to hear from you on that one. Definitely let me know what you think. Let me think. Over at Blaster Stash It, like I said, we've been finding other content. We've already talked about cartoons from the 80s, the 90s. We did wrestling intros that we got a copyright strike on. Copyright strike. Not sure what we'll be talking about this Friday, but I'm sure it will be something interesting. Let's see here. Tuesday night, we have the... creators of the Junior Scout Apocalypse. Oh, man, I messed that name all up. Hopefully those guys aren't watching this. Anyway, they wrote a comic book / kind of story about what it would be like if some Boy Scouts had to live through the apocalypse. And it's actually, and it's not like over the top, like Black Label, right? It's humorous at that level. Really excited to be able to talk to these guys again. We've talked to the writer before, and I was just absolutely enthralled by him. Very, very intelligent man. And hopefully we can get the artist and a few others on there. Also, my good friend Daniel Montoya will also be on one Tuesday. We have several comic books, Terry Toons, Delta Dogs. We're waiting for all those guys to get back in touch with us so we can kind of do a virtual Comic-Con to you so you can see the cool stuff that the people that don't work for the mainstream are out there doing, and they're doing some cool stuff, really killing it. Speaking of cool stuff, if you know of a comic book creator that is currently doing a fundraiser or a crowdfunder, let me know in the comment below. Shoot me the link. I definitely want to take a look. I would rather talk about a comic book that you know than just some random thing that I pick out there in the ether. Like that would just be crazy. So yeah, let's do that. Also, don't forget to support your local comic book shops in these hard times right now. I know on the business side, we're doing our best to get the financial packages out to people as quickly as possible. But, you know, so many and so few helping. That's pretty much the way that's working right now. But we're getting it out there. A lot of good things are happening. Hey, guys, you know, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay away from people because, might be carrying the corona. One more awkward sip of coffee. and I got to get out of here. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.